The first image the world saw of Nicolás Maduro that morning was not from Caracas. It was from American custody. This is the story of Operation Absolute Resolve and the night a sitting president vanished. It is 1:58 a.m., January 3rd, 2026, Caracas, Venezuela. The city is asleep, but the sky is alive. In the span of 60 seconds, the Venezuelan capital's power grid fails. Instead, the air fills with a sound so loud, so omnipresent, that witnesses on the ground would later describe it as a physical weight. They called it the sonic shield, a deafening, chaotic acoustic dome created to mask the sound of rotor blades cutting through the valleys below. Underneath this scream of jet engines, the U.S. Army's Delta Force is 90 seconds away from the most heavily guarded man in South America. This is the story of Operation Absolute Resolve and the night Nicolás Maduro vanished from the Venezuela. To understand the audacity of this raid, you first have to understand the target. This is Fuerte Tiuna. It isn't just a military base. It is a city within a city. Housing the Ministry of Defense and the headquarters of the Bolivarian Army, Tiuna is defended by layers of loyalist fanatics and heavy armor. But the real threat wasn't the guards, it was the air defense. Venezuela's S-300 VM systems are some of the most advanced anti-air weapons in the world, capable of tracking 100 targets. Any standard aircraft entering this airspace would be vaporized before it saw the city lights. But the planners at JSOC, Joint Special Operations Command, didn't plan to destroy the S-300s immediately. That would start a war. They planned to confuse them. 2 o'clock hours. The operation kicks off with a cyber attack that hits the Caracas municipal grid. As the lights die, U.S. Navy EA-18G Growlers and Air Force EC-130SE unleash a torrent of electronic jamming. Simultaneously, flights of F-35s drop to low altitude, opening their weapon bays not to fire, but to briefly maximize their radar cross-section before vanishing again. They are ghosting the sensors. While the Venezuelan military stared at the sky, the extraction team was flying below the radar horizon, navigating the urban canyons of the capital using the blackout as their cloak. Intelligence provided by CIA assets on the ground had pinpointed Maduro to a specific safe house in the Zone F residential sector of the base. The schematic you're looking at was reconstructed from satellite thermals and human intel. 2:15. The little birds touched down. Delta Force commandos came down the roof, multiple teams supporting from ground. Delta Force operators are masters of violence of action. There is no knocking. Explosive breaching charges blow the front and rear doors simultaneously, overpressurizing the interior and stunning anyone inside. The engagement lasted less than 4 minutes. The Presidential Honor Guard, trained for ceremonial duties and conventional threats, was overwhelmed by operators who had rehearsed this specific floor plan in a full-scale mock-up built in North Carolina. 2:19. Jackpot. The code word is relayed to the command center. Nicolás Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, are secured. But now comes the hardest part: getting out. The base was waking up. As the team loaded the high-value targets, HVTs, onto the MH-60, a chaotic firefight erupted at the perimeter. This is where the sonic shield turned into a hammer. An F-35 loitering at 20,000 feet dropped a single GBU-53 Stormbreaker, vaporizing the lead vehicle of the Venezuelan response force. It was a warning shot. Stay back. The helicopters dusted off, hugging the terrain of the Caracas-La Guaira highway, racing toward the sea. 30 minutes later, the wheels touched the deck of the USS Iwo Jima. There were no speeches, no press conferences, not yet. The HVT was immediately transferred to the ship's brig, and the fleet turned north. By sunrise, the world woke up to a photo that would define the decade. A blur of motion, a gray tracksuit, and the end of an era. Operation Absolute Resolve wasn't just a kidnapping, it was a masterclass in multi-domain warfare. By combining cyber warfare, electronic jamming, and elite infantry tactics, the U.S. dismantled a fortress without fighting a war. But while the extraction was a tactical success, the geopolitical fallout was just beginning. What do you think? Was the risk of a full-scale war worth the capture? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.
Hmm.